What up, YouTube? Welcome back to another video. Thanks for joining today. And yeah, so in today's video, kind of keeping it going, keeping the momentum and ball rolling. Yeah, I made about $1,400 today. Not bad, not too shabby, pretty quick move. If you're interested in seeing how the hell I did that, how I actually talked about it literally last night, called it out last night, and it ended up happening today. Maybe magic, maybe just technical analysis, maybe a little bit of luck. Stay tuned, watch the rest of the video, and you'll see exactly what I'm talking about and how you can do it yourself too by the end of the video. Peace!
Hey, what you need, yeah? Man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey? We about it, get the cream, yeah? Why you slacking? Hey, what you need, yeah? Man, I got it, wow. What you say, hey? We about it, get the cream.
Yo, what's up everyone? It's your boy KennyTrades and we're back with another video. Hope you had a fun, wonderful day trading. Hope you had a take profit Thursday. Hope you have a great night because tomorrow's Friday. Today was Friday Junior. We're going to be getting into the Nasdaq charts. Obviously, I did not trade this New York session that we just had. Don't know why, just didn't feel like it. So I rolled out of bed and said, fuck it, not going to trade. Let's see what price action does. I'll come back tonight. So here we are. Welcome to the show. Here's the charts. Let's get into it because you know what we do. Clearly, just looking at the session overnight, we did see a pretty interesting week in the Nasdaq so far. One more day to close it out. Wouldn't be surprised, being that it's the end of the week and the first week for October, that we just kind of continue finishing October strong. Obviously, as you can see here, we have on the week chart, well, it's daily, weekly, still breaking out. We had a slight pullback. We do have a weekly high from the previous week and a weekly low from last week, and then a current weekly low, which I don't think we're going to be retesting anytime soon. So going into the chart today, I think we're going to continue this trend a little bit higher. You can see that the magnitude of the candles are starting to decrease, meaning momentum might be slowing down, but you never know. Right now we are in a government shutdown, whatever the hell that's going to mean, because in reality, you would think that if the government shut down, market might not go well either, but it's doing really good. So going into that and kind of giving that into consideration, we have the charts, right? So I'm currently looking at this setup for tomorrow. Obviously, I had today nice pre-market movement. Just rising, honestly, from yesterday's close all the way through pre-market this morning. Had a nice dump sell-off. Kind of would have expected that based off of the pre-market move of just the rally. And obviously, you know, people need to take profit at some point. So what else would you do? So yeah, so I'm looking at that nasty 15-minute candle from the morning. Obviously, interesting day here where we actually drilled, and you would have thought we had some more downside here into this 4-hour bear value gap from yesterday, or the 2 days, you know, technically yesterday. So there is some downside here. We are still holding levels here. We ended up holding yesterday's close, so that's something to kind of keep in mind. And we actually retested yesterday's daily high intraday for New York session. So that is an interesting range. Was looking for, or I would have looked for, sweep liquidity there to take longs if support was holding. And actually, you can already see that. So we actually stabbed into it, came up, retested it, got another clean stab of liquidity, even into this fair value gap here on the 15-minute from yesterday's time frame or yesterday's trading session, and actually just fucking ate that damn thing. Retested it twice. So RR here was honestly really solid. It's probably like 4 or 5 R. And then you could just rode that out the rest of the day. Now, tomorrow, what am I looking for? As you can see, we did sell off a little bit during the pre-market or overnight session for Asia. We're currently ramping up through that into retesting this order block or recent sell-off. I would be looking for basically a very similar move where we kind of stay under this level, being 25,150, maybe get some stabs in there, and then maybe sell off back into the Asia pre-market open low of 25,073. If we can get that, that's probably going to be like a 3, maybe 4 R trade. If we get lower, you're looking at 5 to 9 R. That's the risk to reward that I'm looking for. Obviously, you could take 1 NQ in queue, and with 5 or well, really with 3 to 4 or 5 R, you're making like $2,000 a contract or more. And so if you're trading minis or micros, you might need to size up for 10 or whatever the case is. But even if you're trading 2 or 3 micros, still going to be a good amount of profit in terms of risk to reward. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. I don't know if I'll take any trades overnight and hold just with the momentum of the market being bullish into the upside. I definitely don't want to take a short, get blown out overnight, even if I do have stops. I definitely would just to see where we get that market open. As you can see, if we do rally the rest of the night, New York Open could be pretty nice to short and then kind of have a more limited or tighter risk to reward stop loss. And, that is just probably going to be a cleaner trade. So with that being said, thank you for joining the video. Let's see what we get tonight. Let's see what we get overnight. And I will catch you guys tomorrow in the next one. Peace.